Welcome to Wealth Flow with the Black Mentor. I am your host, Joseph Nantomah, number one mindset coach in the United States. And today I have a co-host.
Hey.
No other person than the genius herself, Kim, right here in Milwaukee. How you doing, Kim?
Great. Thanks for having me.
I was having this discussion earlier. I said if you beat me to this, I'm just going to leave the whole show to you. What do you say about that? You're going to host the show?
I don't know about the whole show. I don't know about the whole show.
What are we going to call it? Well, we'll think about that. So the Wealth Flow Show is to help you develop a wealth-building mindset so you can achieve wealth and find financial freedom. And we've been doing this the whole of last year. We helped a lot of people to build wealth. How was last year?
Last year was fun. Wow, you're inspired. I told you the other day, your stories are inspiring, but I said you have a very inspiring life. And what's coming in 2023, I can't even imagine.
I know, I was talking to somebody and I was like, the goal and the secret to becoming really successful is having a lot of productive things lined up. And this year, oh my God, it is packed up. If you live in the United States, I'm going to be right on your door, knocking your doors and just trying to get you boom, boom, boom. And right here from Milwaukee, we're going all over the United States. We're going to be in 30 cities. It's going to be amazing. But, 2023 started on a great note, talking about, putting activities and putting productivity out there. We started with the masterclass.
Mm-hmm. That masterclass, I was like, how am I going to sit here for 6 hours straight? And it wasn't a dull moment at all for 6 hours.
One of the things that people always tell us when they come into the masterclass is think like, how am I going to sit down there and listen to this guy with an accent for 6 hours? Especially the Americans, I'm sorry to say that. And they come there and they're like, I feel like it was just 6 minutes. Mm-hmm. There's a whole lot. The problem is when people get bored is because they do too many, theoretical things.
Yeah.
But when you're having things that are practical and you can get in the computer, you can type, you can put things together, you start seeing result instantly. It's crazy. The guy who came in from what's the name of the newspaper again the other day? The Catalyst.
Catalyst. Yep.
So he came on. He was part of the class. He was going to interview me, but he wanted to see what we are made of. Mm-hmm. And when he left the class, I showed them a practical way of how I was saving on each of our business close to $100,000 every single year. Just using that app.
That's what I was going to bring up. That app changed both of their lives instantly.
And what was amazing, the other guy who did it did not even come for the class. Mm-mm. And the other guy who came with him had saved, in last year when he signed into it, had saved almost $60-something thousand. Yeah. And so this is what the show is all about. It's all about showing you how to build practical wealth. It's not what they teach you in the university, because they don't teach you how to have people skills in university. Mm-mm. They don't teach you how to make money in the university. So you got to have mentors who are out there who are doing it. And don't get me wrong, I am still doing it every single day. Mm-hmm. I have mentors. I have people who are making billions of dollars that I have to make myself available so I can learn from them. But the good thing is when you learn, you start giving to others as well. So the master's class was amazing. And we have another masterclass coming up 5th of March.
Yes.
And right now, I think it's starting 12 o'clock today. You can go out there. You can sign up for that class. And it's going to be just so amazing. And
it's a second link on your link tree.
There's a second link on my link tree. And, she's the one who does everything. She's she manages me, micromanage me. I have too many ladies in my life who are managing me, from my little kids to my wife to Kim. They just manage my entire life put together.
All of us ladies get along really well together, too.
God help me. So March 30th, we're going to start our masterclass. It's a boot camp. We're going to start the boot camp March 30th, March 31st, and April 1st. But I can tell you it's not going to be April Fool. Because by the time you're done on April 1st and you go home, you will be thinking like a millionaire. You will be thinking like someone who is ready to take over 2023. And what's the secret? JT Fox is coming to Wisconsin. JT Fox is coming right here in this building, in our office. We're going to actually have JT Fox to come in here and partner with you out there. If you live in Illinois,
Minnesota, Michigan.
I mean,
Indiana, if you're within 6 hours of Milwaukee.
If I was even 25 hours away, I would fly down here, But, if you leave, everybody's not like Joseph, right? I'm crazy. But if you leave within the Midwest, I can tell you it is going to be the best investment you're going to ever invest in yourself. People tell me every time how inspiring my life is and all the good talk. The truth of the matter is you just have to show up. 80% of being successful is showing up.
Absolutely.
I started when there was a time, Kim, I couldn't even have the money to buy flight tickets. And now I fly first class. And I tell you, not too long, I'll be flying my private jet. Not too long.
That's right.
But, there was a time where I couldn't even buy plane tickets to fly down to like Houston or like Dallas or, just somewhere in the Midwest, the coast, West Coast and all that.
Anyway.
And I would drive 18 hours. I told the story of how I was driving. I got tired and I had to park my junk car on the road in front of a Walmart and I was sleeping. And when I woke up that morning, I saw the cops standing there watching because I was parked on a private property.
Yeah.
But you know what? I started from that position. I kept on showing up. I kept on going for conferences, going for meetings. And what do you know? I started using all those information that I had to practicalize and put them into action and build my life. It was like, you just put in block upon block upon block. And before you know what is happening, the fugu started showing up.
I know that's right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Right. I know that's right.
See, when you're making money, you're always happy. People are like, why are you always happy? Because I'm making money, So, but you got to start from somewhere. You have to be inspired and take action. You got to start from somewhere. So welcome again to the show. JT Fox coming on the 30th. He's going to start this, the first bootcamp for the year. He's going to be the one to start it off. 30th is on a Thursday. And now you have two options. You can sign up for the entire 3-day event, or you can just decide to sign up for that one day. And, don't forget to give us your comment, ask your questions while the show is going on. And stay tuned because my special guest is going to blow your mind.
Can I say one thing? When you come to the full 3-day boot camp, that is JT's appearance is included in that price.
Correct.
Where you can just come to see JT on the 30th. If you can't plan your whole 3-4 days to be with Joseph, I don't know why you wouldn't, but you get an entire JT Day just with the boot camp purchase.
I love that.
Thank you for that.
That's what I'm going to do. It's going to be called JT Day.
JT Day.
How do you come up with this stuff?
I don't know.
That's why I have her. She's the one that takes all the money in this building. Okay. So JT Fox is going to be here on the 30th, but the boot camp starts on the 30th. And yes, if you paid for the boot camp, you're going to have JT inclusive. You see, I always overpromise and I always overdeliver. When I was talking about the boot camp this year, nobody knows I'll bring in JT Fox, right? And you already paid, you already signed up, and now you're going to have inclusive JT Fox coming for the first time. He's like, Joseph, I don't go to Wisconsin because it's always cold. But dude, you are rocking this thing, and I just want to come there and throw in some more fire. And that's what successful people do. Successful people look for people who are already doing well, and they just pour more fire. So get ready.
There's already Yakubu.
Yeah, Yakubu, boom, boom, boom. He's reaching us all the way from China. That is our China representative. Good man. Thanks for joining. And he's late in China, but he's watching right now.
Thank you.
So let's see how that goes, Beautiful. Mr. Les, tell us where you're joining us from. We have people watching from all over the world. It's amazing. How you start from nothing and people are watching you from all over the world. We have people from China, from Australia. Just tell us where you're joining us from as we go on. So and we're going to end this year. I don't know if we're going to end it with that. Something might pop up. You never know. But I can tell you right now, we're going to end this year with one of the biggest conference in the United States. It's going to be the America Wealth Conference.
Yes.
Because we are just out there to build wealth. And I have what an amazing lineup and more are coming. We're going to be We're not yet on the tour, dude. Calm down, man. My producer, let me dish it out for them. It's gonna be the tour, and it's not gonna be the tour. It's gonna be the conference. And to get to that conference, we are coming to your city. Nobody, and I mean nobody, has done this, or no coach has done this before. Let's not say nobody.
Not that I've heard of. Yeah, you don't. Yeah.
Myself and Kim and our team are going to 30 cities. 30
in 6 months.
In 6 months, we're going to be knocking on your door. We're going to be showing you. We're going to be inspiring. And you know what's amazing? I just know that at the end of this whole thing, my life will never remain the same. Because you see, when you're going through this process, not only are you impacting people, you're building new relationships, you're getting to know more people, and you're building yourself, and you're building bridges, and you're going to go boom.
Boom. You can find those cities all listed. Joseph posts all of that on his Facebook.
30 cities, one mentor. I don't know if it's going to be one mentor. She's going to be coming, and she's as much as inspiring as I am.
That's very kind of you.
Even I'm the number one mindset and I'm a mindset coach.
You make me number two.
I'm going to try
that's so cute.
That's so cute. So she's going to be coming with me, and we're going to be inspiring you. We're going to be sharing success stories, helping you build your business, and signing you up for that conference coming up on 22nd to 24th out there in Las Vegas.
It's not just going to be life-changing for us. It's going to be life-changing for the attendees as well.
Yeah, it's going to be life-changing. And I'm just open to growth. I'm open to anything that's going to make my life better and your life better, because I am committed to you. The thing about success, and now I don't want to get too into the thing today.
Oh, no.
You're gonna. So I always try not to get in the mood where I get into this motivational thing. But you see, the thing about success is you never know what people spoke in secret and they're doing it in public. But I can tell you, when I spoke in secret one day, I told my maker, and God can be anything for you, because America is a crazy place, right? Am I allowed to say that, producer? Or no? Okay, cut it off. Okay. But I told God, I said, hey, if you make me successful, I'm going to share my success with the entire world. I'm not going to hold back. And nobody was there when I made those commitments. Nobody was there. But you see, integrity is not what you do in the open. Integrity is what you do when nobody's watching.
That's right.
And I just wanted to just be comfortable, get a car, get a little house, mortgage that I was paying. And now we have what? Over 60-something properties, and all over the United States. We're traveling, we're building wealth, and we're known all over the world. But you know what? Because I made that commitment, I am committed to you, to making sure you are successful, and you are successful, but not like in an Oprah way, like you get a car, you get a car, you get a car. No, I'm going to make you take action. And while you're taking that action, you're going to be growing with me and with every single person who's around us doing business. And I am telling you, the few years coming, it's going to be mind-boggling.
Did you think in 2020 that you'd own a skyscraper?
No. I wasn't planning to own a skyscraper. I was just thinking you're going to own a few properties, do some flick pier, get a few stuff, but, and the thing about success is when you're going, you start seeing more road. Like, when you know how the plane is taking off, the more you keep going, the more you're like, wow, things are coming. Things are coming. And now I want to own 10 skyscrapers.
What's next?
High rise, whatever you call it.
An island next?
Oh, I already have properties on an island.
No, I said the whole island.
The whole island. I don't know if I can do that.
You can.
I don't know, but it's amazing. And, I just want to encourage you to let us know, hey, Adam, being around the greatest inspires greatness. That's true. So don't be shy. This is where we all meet and talk about success, talk about money. I talk about money a lot on this show because it's what it's all about. It's about building wealth. It's about talking about money. It's about making the fugu. So don't be shy. Get used to it. We talk about money here because when you're talking about wealth and wealth building, you must talk about money. You must talk about numbers. And I used to be like that on a more serious note where I was intimidated talking about money. I felt it was for a bunch of people. I felt as a Christian, you're not supposed to be too rich, and all that stuff. But, as I started growing up, in my mindset and all that, I understood that for you to be comfortable, you need to talk about, I mean, for you to be successful, you need to be comfortable talking about money. So if you're joining us we got some crazy numbers watching on all the,
We sure do.
we're getting popular.
And that doesn't even show the true numbers.
I know,
by the way.
I know, but
Isn't that
it's off the
amazing?
hook, so it's amazing. So, so today is going to be amazing. And, it's just so much great things are coming. And we're going to take a short break, 1 second break, and we're going to come back. And I'm going to introduce my special guest for today. She's an amazing, amazing person. She's been doing great stuff. And when we come back, we're going to jump right into the interview with our first guest on season 2 of the Word Flow
with the Black Mentor.
With the Black Mentor.
Obviously, when I leave here, I will not be the same person again, because the Black Mentor has really changed my mindset on how I see things now. And he has really, with the teaching and everything, he has been able to bring out the potentials in me. And I know I have the possibility to go out there and make the change that I need, that the world needs.
Welcome back. You're watching, wherever you're watching from, you're watching Wealth Flow with the Black Mentor, where we talk about building wealth. And that is exactly what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be talking about how someone went from, when nothing was nothing. When her field, nothing was in place. It was just something that more or less wasn't there, and she went ahead and started building stuff and started doing things that are great. And we felt today that today would be a good day to bring her on and just get to do. What do you think of our speaker today?
I'm excited. I don't know if I can spill any beans about our speaker at all. Our speaker has a #1 movie.
You're already letting it out.
Well, so what?
Come on.
No one knows what it is.
No, everybody knows what it is.
Nobody knows what it is.
Everybody knows what it is. So
she's going to be in the United States.
She's going to be coming to the United States for the conference. Obviously, she's going to be coming. Like, she's so inspiring. She's helped millions of people. The thing about success is success just keeps rolling out success, right? Success keeps rolling out success. Success keeps rolling out success. Because the moment you get into that success drive, what happens is everything starts putting itself together for you. So it's just amazing, how things go. And today I want to bring on our next best guest
for 2023. Our first one, season 1, episode 1.
It's episode 1, season 2. The episode and season thing. It's just a lot. I don't do TV. I just like doing the money. But our guest today is somebody who has inspired millions of people all the way from Africa. When blogging was not a thing, she went into blogging and took it to the next level. One thing that I've realized about this woman who's coming on is whatever she does, she's successful doing it. And that is what champions do. Champions just jump into whatever they got to do, take action. She came into blogging years ago, and she took over blogging and became #1 in the blogging industry in all of Africa. And recently, while she was still doing business and blogging, she decided to switch the gear into movie. And guess what? Her movie is now #1 in Nigeria on Netflix. I am talking about no other person than the queen of blogging herself, Linda Ikeji. Hello. Welcome, Linda, how are you doing? Can you hear me? Hello, Linda. Looks like we're having a little bit of connection issues. If she can raise up her mic, we can go ahead and hear her. If you can hear me, just give me a wave. Okay, but we cannot hear you. We cannot hear you. So is there a technical issue going on the other side?
I think that's on her end, yeah.
Okay. It's on your end. Can we, there you go. I just heard her.
I did too. There she is.
Hello, say hello.
Can you hear me now?
There you go.
Hi.
Finally. You see, that is the thing. We always make it work.
Hey, that's right. We're
See,
live.
guys, we're not here to portray how perfect we are. We always make it work. But Linda is here, and I'm going to just jump on, and we're going to do this.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Let's go.
How are you doing today, Linda? Thanks for joining us.
I'm very well. Thank you for inviting me.
Amazing. I want to appreciate you for joining us because I know last week was boom, boom, boom for you. It was a busy week. It was a successful week. I
Yeah,
remember I had
very.
a conversation with you. I said, whatever angel that led you through last week, you just name that angel and put the angel on your side. Because there are certain period of
Right.
time you get so busy and you do so much and you're like, where did that strength come from? But we're going to get into that. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? You know, we're reaching you from the U.S. and Wisconsin. Trust me, I didn't even know about Wisconsin until I came to the United States. So there are people watching from Wisconsin and other part of the world who do not know a little too much about you. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, my name is Linda Ikeji. I started my professional life as a model after I finished University of Lagos. I was a model before I got into the university, and when I finished school, I continued in that path. I started a modeling agency. I had an events company. I had a marketing company. I was doing, eventually I went to start a fashion magazine. I did all sorts. And but my biggest passion and my number one passion was always writing, and so I'd wanted to be a journalist, but after I became a popular model, I thought that was not something that could happen anymore. And so I like I said, went into modeling. But in 2006, I discovered blogging, and I realized that that was the closest thing to my path. That was the next best thing to journalism. Basically sharing news information with people and getting feedback. And so I, of course, jumped on it because that was very close to what I really wanted to do, which was journalism. And so I started in 2006. At the time, I'm one of the pioneers of entertainment blogging. Before I started, there weren't many people doing it, and so I grew the business over a period of for over a period of time, and it became obviously very successful. So I've been blogging since 2006. I'm still a blogger. I'm first and foremost a blogger before anything else, because that's the trade that completely changed my life. Completely changed my life. But in 20 that after I started blogging, I decided to go into television. Creating content for TV, which I did, which I'm still doing, but not as I used to do it, because it's creating content for TV is financially you know it's draining. And so but because I'm still very passionate about creating content, I'm still very passionate about writing, I decided to go into movies. And my first film just came out last Friday, February 3rd. As I'm going into the genre to movies, I want to create real life stories from Nigeria, that is not very common, in our industry, so that the world can get to know us, to know what we're about, our experiences here, gone through as a people. Those are the stories that I want to bring for the world to see. So that's basically all the
Amazing.
long and
Your
short of who I am.
profile is so vast. Like the profile is so vast. Like if we're only introducing Linda and we're already gone for like 5-10 minutes, just her introducing herself.
Entrepreneur.
You are an entrepreneur. She said firstly she's a blogger. She's still doing blogging. You are an entrepreneur. You're a model. I didn't know about
Before
that
anything else, yeah.
until now though. Yeah, so you're
Oh
a
yeah.
blogger. You've been on TV.
I mean,
How do you
when I was in
Go ahead.
can you hear me?
Go ahead. Yes, we can hear you.
I mean, when I was in University of Lagos, I was coordinating all the pageants. I was coordinating these things at 1920. I was a model and I was coordinating all the pageants, University of Lagos pageants and hall pageants. That was my uh, that
That's
was what I was doing
excellent.
in
That's
school.
what's amazing. Amazing. So, how do you juggle
Yeah,
entrepreneurship, doing business, doing all this stuff together? It's like when you become successful in doing things and you're building wealth, is there like an extra skill? I want us
I
to
can
be
hear
able to.
you. You are breaking.
How do you juggle these things? How do you put them together? How do you do blogging and do your business? And you've not even mentioned self-made woman, which is an event that you do every year and you've been helping people for a while now. How do you put all this together? Because people are going to be asking, how do you do it?
How do I do it? When you love something, is no longer work. If you're passionate about something, it's no longer a job. It's something that you just love to do, and so it's easy for me to combine blogging and creating content and doing self-made because I'm extremely passionate about all three of them. Blogging, like I said, is my first love, and creating content is very similar to that. It's just the visual aspect of writing. Uh, and then self-made is my own way of giving back. I started this 10 years ago because I saw that there were many. Uh, I didn't. There were many. I don't know. I started self because I wanted women to be inspired. I wanted women to realize how strong and how powerful that they are, how much they can give to themselves. I wanted them to understand the importance of being financially independent. You know, be there's nothing more powerful than a woman with her own money. You have it gives you a voice. It gives you wings to fly. You live life on your own terms. So that was why I started self-made. Make men believe in their dreams, work hard in their for their dreams, and realize that there's the sky is the limit for them. Because I went through 30 years of droughts. I went through 13 years of no begging my mom for money. Even though I was the CEO of my company, I was still very broke.
Yeah.
I put my hands in a lot of things and they weren't working out. So I was dealing with a lot of frustrations and a lot of anger and feeling like a failure. God didn't want to come through for me because I had put my hands in a lot of things. And one of the things that I vowed to not to do when I was growing up was to make myself available to a man for money. That was one of the things that I swore I was never going to do. So when I worked from 17 to 30 and there was no breakthrough, I was just so frustrated and I kept asking God, why self me? Why can't I become successful and rich on my own terms and blah, blah, blah. And then when it eventually happened, I wanted women to know that it was possible. That no matter how long it takes, because there's a waiting period from when you start to fight for your dreams to when your dreams come true. And a lot of women in that waiting period just give up. They fall through. They be like, you know what? I've tried. I'm done. Let me go and look for one rich man to marry. Or I'm done. They just give up and move on or go and get frustrated. Some get suicide and all of that. So that waiting period for me was life changing. Eventually, when I saw the light. In the tunnel, it was very
Like I
important for me
saw
to
the
share my
light.
story. Yeah, I thought it was
She
yeah.
sounds like
I
you
when I
sound like a
finally saw
minister
the
now.
light.
Right?
When I saw the light. That is what money does.
That's
Money,
right.
Yeah,
money makes you see the light. You
That's
at the
right.
see?
end of the
So
tunnel. Yeah, I mean, yeah. After that, it was just important for me to share my story, girls. Tell them it's possible. The waiting period might be long. For me, it was 13 years. But eventually God will bless the work of your hands if you don't give up, if you keep continue to fight for your dreams, if you continue to believe in yourself, if you continue to persistence. I keep telling
okay.
people persistence is the key word here. No matter how talented you are, if you don't persist, you will not seek success. No matter how lucky you're in life, if you don't persist, you will not seek success. No matter how educated you are in life, if you don't persist, consistently work on your dreams. You're not going to find success. It's persistence. No matter how difficult it gets, no matter how hard it is, no matter how many doors are shut in your face, you've got to keep going. And eventually, there is no way that eventually God will not bless the work of your hands. But is that time period, that wait period that a lot of people fall, that a lot of people just fall off the wagon. But yes, for
Amazing.
God,
I
for
have
God
another question.
to
I have
bless
another
me
question so that we
eventually.
don't lose. I have another question so we don't lose the thread.
Sorry?
So you, I said I have a question that I
Okay.
wanted to a follow up question to what you were saying because it's very very important because in this world we have a lot of successful people, right? And people tend to see when you're already made.
Yes.
Like I'm telling you, even though I've gone through a lot, people didn't see all that part. You just mentioned that you worked from 17 to 30, and that was a struggling period for you. And nobody saw you, nobody knew you. What
I'm not
was your
hearing
biggest
you.
when you were 17? You worked from 17 to 30
Yeah.
before you saw the light, like you just said. you
Yes.
know, what was the big motivation that kept you going? What was that one thing? Yeah, we know persistence, we know what they call it. We know being frequent and all that, but what just made you keep going? Why didn't you give up?
For me, to be honest, I felt like I had no choice but to continue to go. There was no other way of life for me. There was, like I'm going to America. I must get to America. No, even if the plane stops me in London, I'll find another plane to the place. If I have to go by ship, if I have to go by camel, anywhere, how I must reach my destination. So for me, I felt like I had no choice. There was no other alternative for me other than get to that promised land because I wanted coming from. It was very important for me to be successful. I had all the dreams; they had to come true, and I just didn't see any. I didn't see any other option but to continue to go. I wasn't going to go and look for a man. None of that was going to happen for me. Um, I wasn't going to go and find a regular job and be a regular person. I know that I'm not meant to be a regular person. I'm meant to be a shining star, and
People are never
and
regular people.
and for me to shine, I have to get to where the light is. Those is the light when they shine lights on you. When they put that light on you, that's when you shine.
See,
So
I've
for me,
never seen.
they went like what 50 Cent said, "Get rich or die trying."
Yeah,
That was my
that's a big.
thinking. Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. So you started self-made woman, and you've taken it from just
Sorry.
helping people. You started self-made woman. You started self-made woman. Can you tell us a little bit about self-made woman, how you started and how it has grown to where you are, and what you're looking to do in the near future?
I mean, like I said, I started Self-Made Woman in 2013. 3 years after I got a bit of success, after I started, and I wanted to encourage other women to keep going, to come and meet me at the top, to meet me where I was, to not give up, no matter how difficult it was for them. In Nigeria, for instance, they don't. It's extremely difficult to get loans, to get loans to start businesses, and so a lot of people have ideas. They have ideas of their incredible ideas of businesses that they want to do, but no there's no capital they're going to walk into that will give you loan without asking for collateral that you don't have. And so I thought, how can I give back? How can I help? So I started. So for self-made is not just to motivate women to encourage them to continue to work. Is I mean, it's when you talk and talk and talk, so people listen to you and say, "Yeah, I hear you," but I still need money to do this business, my business, to make it better, make it bigger, or to even start at all. So I said, how can I give back? And it decided that self-made will also be like helping women with capital for of course, small scale businesses. Some of them have gotten as much as 250,000 in Nigeria and Nigerian currency, 500 as much as 1.5 million to some people last 10 years. I know that at least 10 of them are still uh, uh, thriving in business. Some of them, of course, are falling because not everybody is meant to be an entrepreneur. Some people just think that they can, and then when it gets very tough, they move on and have regular jobs or marry and move on with their lives. But some women who are persistent are still doing very well. So self-made was born to one, inspire women, encourage them to continue to fight for their dreams and continue to believe in themselves and just continue to go. And the second one was to help them to raise to. Of course, at the time I was making a lot of money. I'm still making a lot of money, but I wanted to give back and say, okay, if 500,000 is going to change your life, I have it. Let me give it to you, and I hope it changes your life. I hope um, you're able to make something out of it. Some people, I bought them the products and amenities that they needed for their businesses, generators. I paid for shops for people to so they can start their businesses. And I'm very proud of the things that I've done in the last 10 years. Of course, like I said, not everyone ended up being an entrepreneur, but at least they tried. They tried, and it was very important for me. Like I said, in Nigeria, it's very difficult to get loans. It's very difficult to get capital to start businesses, and so that this is why I wanted to do it, and I've been doing it since then.
Amazing. On Saturday, you had your last edition. You had an edition of Self-Made Woman on Saturday.
Yeah,
Can you tell us, did you achieve what you hoped to achieve, and how did it go? I had the opportunity of watching a little bit because I was part of the whole thing, but let our viewers know, how did it go? What were the highlights?
I say that again.
I said on Saturday you had Self-Made Woman, yeah, just this Saturday.
Yeah.
Can
hmm
you tell us a little bit about the highlights of that last week Saturday, this current one that just passed?
I mean, the event on Saturday was really, really, really amazing. It was incredible. We had some of the best, entrepreneurs in Nigeria. I think that the people who came, the women and the students who came, learned a lot. Not that I think they did, and I've gotten feedback. We had uh, one of the nice Moabudu as our keynote speaker, who was incredible on stage, and as she was speaking, a lot of people where I saw them writing down the things she was saying, because Moabudu has shown we younger women in Nigeria that you can shatter tables, that there's nothing impossible. I mean, they are studying her business model, her company in Harvard. She's doing collaborations with US and UK studios. So now she's giving us something to aspire to. She's made it. She's making it. I know it's not easy, but she's making us know that it's possible. And so I had to bring her to speak to the girls. We had, of course, Mrs. Betty Rabo, who is a fit woman, who started a magazine like 20 years ago when women were not popular in publishing, and created a phenomenal magazine called Genevieve. And she had a ping ball a program she was doing for women and cancer. She's an author. She's now talks about mental health, being entrepreneurs and how you're dealing with your mental health when a lot of things can go wrong in while you're fighting for your dreams and running your business. And so she's an expert in that. I had to bring her to talk to girls, about just dealing with your physical and mental well-being while you're running businesses. It's very tough to run a business in Nigeria, extremely tough. And of course we had Miss Fumiyoda, who is to me a TV icon. She was the face of television, Nigerian television, like 20 years ago, and she's consistently been doing TVs. And she has an incredible mind. I wanted her to come and speak to the women. Of course, we also had Real Warrior Pekin, whose story is incredible. Like as she said on stage, she was suicidal 5 years ago, and now she walks into a place like the Self-Made Woman Conference, and the whole went crazy, and she was overwhelmed by it, and that's what I said about the waiting period. The waiting period is the toughest time. The waiting period from when God finally blesses you is the toughest time of your life. And for her, that during that waiting period, she was suicidal. In fact, she attempted suicide according to her own words, and she was rushed to the hospital. But now look at who she is today, doing comedy shows all over the country, all over the world, actually, going to different parts of the world to do comedy shows. So I wanted her to come and share her story with a lot of women, a lot of young girls and girls in secondary school going through that period of not trying to find out, trying to come into their own. I wanted, that a lot of those women in the that came to that event in that period of God when really changed for me. So I wanted her to come and speak them one on one, and I think she got through to them. Of course, we also had a there at the event, because just you save your money, how do you double your money, how do to speak to them about how you can create wealth, which is something that you do. How do you create wealth? How do you multiply your wealth? How do you save money? And which she did very perfectly. And one of the things I do with self-made is I invite secondary school students, which from 14 years and 15, 16 years old, and I do that very deliberately because I want to catch them young. I feel like that's it, because I started chasing my dreams, but I understand that. I know that before I started pursuing my dreams, I started thinking about it when I was in secondary school. When I was in SS1, SS2, I started thinking, what will I do once I leave this institution? What is the next step for me? And so I invited them to these conferences for guidance, for them to come and listen to these women who have done all this incredible stuff and get some kind of on what to do next, how to go about it. People that just have perspective, and then and like I said, catching them young and instilling those things in them at a very young age. So by the time they're leaving secondary school, then they know exactly what and where they're going. I'm talking too much.
Well, we from here, from Wealth Flow, I'm really proud of you. I think I've told you several times, I'm proud of you for what you're doing, and we're proud to be associated with your brand, with what you're doing out there.
Yeah, please let me give 1 minute to thank you so much. Wait, please hold on. I want to say a very big thank you to you for sponsoring Self-Made, the conference. I mean, I cannot thank you enough. People to believe in your dreams, people to collaborate with you, to sponsor is ask. Is very difficult. And sometimes when I talk to people, I'm like, you know what, you people just leave me alone. But we spoke about it. You like the idea, and immediately, without hesitation, you said you want to give back. You want to collaborate, and you like the idea of it, and 100% sponsored it, our biggest budget so far. In fact, you gave us more than the banks that we've used in the past day, which is incredible. Thank you so much, Joseph. And I'm lobbying for you, lobbying to you for next year.
You want to send the Nigerian banks after us. The banks will be like, okay, this guy gave more than us.
Yes, you gave us more.
So, like I said, and I was saying earlier, we are proud of you. We are proud of what you're doing. We are so proud to be associated with your brand. But you've done so much, and you started this conference. I said you've done so much.
What?
You have done so much, and you have done so much good. Can she hear me, producer? Okay. You have done so much good, and we are excited, and we're proud of you. And now, from hosting this conference this year, you're going to be one of our speakers in Las Vegas for the Africa America Wealth Conference. What are your thoughts about that?
Yeah.
What are
my thoughts about what?
About coming to speak at our conference here in the United States in September.
I'm very excited. I've never spoken. I'm very excited. I've not spoken in America. I've not done a speech in America. So that really excites me. I can't wait to be there and meet other speakers and meet all the participants and just have a good time. What do you expect from me? Just basically share the knowledge that I have, my experience, and hope that it resonates with the participants and audience.
Oh yeah, it's real. We trust me. We know your story is going to resonate and it's going to inspire so many people. I want to play a quick clip. Then after the clip, we're going to talk about your movie that is now the #1 movie on Netflix in Nigeria. Let's watch this clip real fast. When we saw this movie, Dark October, where did it come from? How did you sit down? You've done modeling, blogging, you have a marketing business, you're an entrepreneur, you've made so much money. You decided that you wanted to do a movie. How did this come up? What made you to just decide that you want to do real life stories and portray what is going on in your country where you are right now? And all of a sudden, this movie came out, and in less than a week, it became the number one movie. What inspired it?
Okay, so Joseph, I've been blogging for 16, 17 years now. 16 years. No, 17. Yeah, 16 going on 17 years now. And in those years, I have written thousands and thousands of stories, the most unbelievable stories, the most incredible stories, the most heart-wrenching stories. I have some of them ingrained in my brain, in my head. And so when I decided that I wanted to do movies, I asked myself, do I want to do fact or fiction? And I thought there's no amount of fiction that I'll put together that will be more compelling than the facts that I have written in my blog, in the blog. And so I decided that I wanted to do true life stories. As I grow, of course, as I grow, I'm just starting. As I grow and grow into the industry, I probably once in a while throw in fiction. But there's some incredible stories out of Nigeria blow people's minds, completely blow people's minds. And the first one that I chose to do was something that was very close to my heart, which is a story that happened in 2012 about four University of Port Harcourt boys that went to a community, a mockery, Alu, to confront someone, and then they ended up being beaten to death and mobbed and killed and burnt alive, and killed. And I watched the video of the lynching, and I couldn't believe it. It was one of those things that completely changed my life. I couldn't believe that. I asked God, why were your angels sleeping? Why were your angels sleeping? Why didn't they stop this from happening? There were four young, vibrant, talented boys who had their whole lives ahead of them, and they were killed. Like, I mean, even a cockroach shouldn't be killed like that, And it haunted me for many years, and every month for 5 years, I celebrated their lives, until they got justice, somewhat. And so when I decided that I wanted to do movies, that was the first story that I wanted to tell, because I wanted to immortalize them, that they were here, that they had dreams, they had aspirations, they were people's children, they loved, and I wanted to immortalize them, and that was the first story that I wanted to tell. The next story I'm telling is very similar, and another one is similar. I just want the world to know what is going on. All this. I want to share nice stories from Nigeria with the world, and that was what pushed me to do this movie, Dark October.
I am a guy who I watch movies and it doesn't stick. But this was one movie. The first time I ever watched a movie and I cried was Odysseus. The story of Odyssey, the Odysseus. So it was, the Greek mythology of the Greek Lord Odysseus, how he got lost in the seas for many, many years, came back home 19 years later, and his child has grown. The wife was just there. It was a very, very touching story. The second time that any movie touched me was this movie, Dark October. In fact, I was in Dallas when I watched it and I couldn't finish it because the story was just so graphic. How did you come about? I mean, you've never been in a movie. I know you just told me you've written blogs and all that. Great. It was a great story. But how did you capture the soul? I mean, what did it take? I don't know what to say. It wasn't green cotton. It was so real. How did you do it? At a point,
Right.
I had to go and check social media to make sure it was the same exact actors I was watching, because I didn't want a situation where I was watching the real thing of the people that were dead. That was how real it was.
No, that was
So
not real. Look.
yeah, how did you
That's
do
great
that?
feedback, to be honest.
Yeah, how did you do that?
Yeah, that's great feedback. Thank the director, the actors. Obviously, I mean, they have seen, they have watched the video, the real lynching, which you can find
Volume.
online, is still everywhere. The director watched it, and we said we have to reenact this to the T. That's the only way we can make it
Wow.
believable. We have to reenact it, even though it's graphic of story. When they say that facts is worse than fiction. So my director watched it intensely with the boys, and they tried as much as possible to reenact to the best of their ability. And thankfully, the boys allowed us to drag them on the ground and tear their clothes, and almost, they almost torn to shreds, and they were almost naked. They allowed it, thankfully, and so I have to thank my actors and my director, because I sat them down and I said, the only way we can achieve, the only way, the only way we can achieve, voice, is to make this film believable. Is so that anybody who watches it will never forget it. Script, do it exactly the way it was written, and exactly as much as you can with the real lynching, and they did. So it's all yeah. Hello, are you saying something? You saying something?
First movie ever, and it's number one on Netflix.
Sorry?
How do you feel? You have the first movie you ever made, and it's on Netflix right now as number one
How
in
do I
Nigeria.
watch?
How do you feel? How do you feel?
I can't hear you.
I said, how do you feel? Looks like we're having some
What?
technical issues there. How do you feel? Your movie is now number one on Netflix in Nigeria.
How do I watch?
Yeah, I think she's cutting into some internet issues.
I think we're having some internet problem in
Hello?
Nigeria. I said, how do you feel with your movie being the number one on Netflix in Nigeria? Can you type the question and put it on the screen? How
I
do
can
you
hear
feel?
you. I feel, I mean, it was number one for a while, so that was very fulfilling for me.
Yeah,
But a
yeah.
lot of people have found this too graphic to watch. A
I
lot of people
know,
have
yes.
found it too graphic to watch. Maybe you're watching it, you're in your house, and your husband is crying. You're like, I'm not going to watch whatever is making him cry. Or your friend is crying. You're not going to watch what is making him watch what is making him cry. So, but the feedback has been incredible. The feedback has been incredible. People have the best films in Nigeria. Were very true to the story. We made it very believable, and now the boys will never be forgotten. So I feel very fulfilled. This is my first time, and I'm getting incredible feedback. Even all the movie reviewers in Nigeria are giving it all pass marks. In fact, there's one particular one I gave it 69 over 100, which I thought, but then I saw the other people's marks, and I saw that mine was the highest. I was very, very fulfilled. I was very happy to see that. So this is, I want to do films that people will remember, and not say, oh, please, that she thinks because she has money, she can come and do films. But that's not what people are saying. They are really completely flabbergasted.
Amazing.
Now
So,
people can find it, because I wrote
yeah,
the story with a friend of mine,
There are a few
amazing.
things that I heard
and I
today.
worked in
For one,
post production. I worked in post production.
Go ahead, Kim.
we've talked all day about
Say
seeing
what?
the light with her, right? It has been cloudy in Milwaukee, Wisconsin all day till we brought Linda up on the screen.
Oh,
we got some sunshine.
They said you brought the sun. Kim is saying you brought the sun.
I can hear you.
She said you brought the light. She said it's been cloudy the whole day, and all of a sudden, while we're talking to you, the sun just came up.
She brings the light
right behind us because we were talking about the light.
And I think we may have just had a conversation with the number one. I don't know what her title is for the movie, if it's producer or whatever.
She's the producer.
I can hear you.
Nigeria, period. Yeah. It sounds like she has a lot of stories coming.
Yeah.
Not just the one.
Well, she
So.
was just giving you a compliment. She said we were talking to you and the light came right behind us. It's very cold and it's been cloudy in Milwaukee.
Mhm.
And you brought the light.
Okay.
That's what she's saying. She said you brought the light. It's sunny now.
I mentioned lights today. Yeah, shine.
Yeah, so now,
Let
yeah,
the light
because
shine upon you.
our background is real life. We're
Mhm.
actually it's real life. It's not a green curtain. So
No.
the sun just came in right now while we're talking.
Mhm.
Okay, Linda, it's been great having you here. What is success to you? Can you
What
type?
is what?
Success. What is your definition of success before I let you go?
Definition of success for me is the life that you impact. Buy you for. Not the money you have and go and buy Mercedes and only you driving it. That doesn't concern
But
anybody
I
else.
like
You
Mercedes
get what I
too.
mean?
I like Mercedes.
No, I mean that makes you rich. It makes you rich. You enjoy your life with the money that you made. But how do you impact lives? How do other people remember you? How do you impact their lives? Do you
I can
understand
still
what I
buy
mean?
I
That's what
can still buy
success is.
Mercedes. I can still buy Mercedes and still impact people's life. Can I? Am I allowed to do that?
Sorry, you say what?
I can still buy
Eh?
Mercedes. I can still buy Mercedes and still impact people's lives. Am I allowed to do that?
I mean, I have a Bentley,
Yeah, there
Joseph.
you go. There you
So
go.
there's
Yeah,
absolutely
that's what I
nothing
was
wrong. You
saying.
can drive a Rolls Royce. But if that is all that you have and you're not impacting lives, then you're not successful. That's what I'm saying. So
Okay.
buy all the Rolls Royce. You know me, I'm big on buying. Enjoy your life. Buy everything that you want to buy to enjoy yourself and give yourself a good life. But past lives, you must give back. People must remember you for something that you did that was positive for them. The, Something that matter to them. So if you are rich, you buy things that only you will enjoy. That's on you. Nobody cares. Do you understand? That's not success, really. It's the gift that is the success. Is the you know people whose lives you change, you touch, your employees, friends, the community. People around you, the men around you, the women around you. So that's what success means to me. Having money is being rich.
Amazing.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And I think I
But
share
you have
that
been
same
very
view.
impactful.
I thank you. Thank you for your kind words. So we want to thank you for taking time. I know it's very late in Nigeria. It's almost 9 o'clock in the night.
Oof.
And you have taken time to honor us. We appreciate you. We're looking forward to have
Yeah,
you in the conference. And I know your story and all that you've accomplished is going to blow the mind of the people that are going to attend. So thank you very much for joining us. And any last
7
word?
months we get to meet her live and in person.
all right.
In 7 months. And maybe when you come to the US after this conference, we'll fly you down to the studio and have you here live and direct for the
Huh?
show. How about that?
Unbelievable. That would be beautiful.
That would be great, right?
Unbelievable.
Okay. She said yes, and
All right.
I have it on the screen. I have
All
it
right.
recorded. She said yes.
Yes. I'd encourage
Boom, boom, boom.
boom, boom, boom.
There you go.
Encourage Linda to go back to our
I think my
YouTube
internet
channel
is
and
bad.
check out. There are some further questions for her.
Yeah.
And
So there are
thank
other
you so
questions, but
much.
we'll not be able to take all the questions. It's amazing. You see, thank you very much, Linda, and God bless you.
Thank you.
It's amazing. I just feel for the people on the screen. When people are interviewing me, it's the same thing. When you've done so much, you think it's going to be a 15 minutes interview. It ends up being 55 minutes.
Here we are an hour into the
1
show.
hour into the show, and we've not even covered anything. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. That was Linda EKG, blogger, model, businesswoman, marketing entrepreneur, and now just so much, and that is what success is all about. And we want to congratulate her for all her success. And we here from Wellflow say that we're going to give her whatever support that we can in the coming. I really love that event. It was an amazing one. We're going to take another short break, and when we come back, we're going to be talking to people in the United States, and we're going to be showing you how you're going to build wealth in 2023. You don't want to go. Today is packed up.
Hello, my name is Hannah Hambulu. I've learned a lot today in this master class. It's a wonderful class. I've never attended a class like this. This is my first time, and I'm so glad that I did. I learned a lot. I learned a lot. I don't even know where to start from. Is it from the knowing so many things about the LLC, the access protection, the manager managed, the single membership, and the multiple members? Is so great. I learned a lot, and I'm so happy that I'm part of it today. And I also learned about the credit issue, as in how to use credit to build our business. I know that if you have credit in America, you build your credit score and all that stuff, but I never knew that you can also use it to build a business and how to, you know, and to incorporate your business and all that stuff, all that good stuff. I'm so happy that I'm part of it, and I just thank God that I was part of it today. And thank you, Black Mentor, for bringing this out to us. I know I can't, in short, the amount we pay cannot quantify what we have learned. So it's good that I'm part of it, and I'm happy that I'm part of it. Thank you so much.
Welcome back. You're watching Wealth Flow with the Black Mentor. Today, I have my co-host Kim, who is also my marketing manager. She's one of the best marketing person in Wisconsin. I'm going to keep calling you that till you become the number one person in the United States.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. You know,
we have to manifest it.
Stuff. And you're living in the United States right now. It's tax season, and during the tax season, a lot is going on. You have to know how to maximize, what you're getting in. I don't like to give the IRS nothing. You know, I want to see as much as I can. I want to see as much as I can. So today, we decided that to start today's show after we finish, obviously, interviewing our special guest, which was amazing. We're going to bring some experts in the field of tax filing. And I have a consultant, and she's here with a team member, and they're going to be talking to us. I want to bring on Edith Amobi and her colleague, Mr. Abiodun, all the way from Dallas, Texas. Hello there. How you doing?
Hello. Hello,
you
Black
hear
Mentor.
me? Thank you very much. Thank you for your patience.
Yes.
It's been an amazing time, and welcome to the studios today. How you doing, Mr. Abiodun?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Thank you.
It looks like even though Linda was talking about the lights and the sun, you guys are already sharing some of the sun all the way from Dallas.
In Texas.
Look how it's bright over there, and look how it's gloomy. Bright. Look at my background. It's gloomy over here.
Yes. In Texas, we're almost in 70 degrees. So it's great. Yeah. So.
Okay, I'm packing my bags right out of this show, and I'm coming over there. Okay, we got to share. You can't have it all alone. Yes. So it's amazing having you. We all live in a real world here in the United States where taxes is a big thing.
Yes.
And you guys are the experts when it comes to tax filing. But first and foremost, tell me a little bit about your company, how many years you've been doing this, what you've been doing, what were your goals, what drove you into this, and how you've been able to help people file taxes rightly. Because it's not just filing, right? It's about filing it rightly. So tell me a little bit about yourself. Then the moment you're done, Edith can also, Dr. Edith, actually, she's a doctor. Dr. Edith can talk to us as well.
Right. I think I'll just jump in and take the lead on this. First of all, I want to thank the Black Mentor for allowing us to speak today. And Linda was great. It was nice to hear her. She was very motivating, and to just come right behind her is tasking. We're going to do it. And I just want to clarify this. Dr. Edith Amobi, she, in Raka Financial, we do taxes, and we also do life insurance and investment. So Dr. Edith Amobi, she is a financial literacy campaign. So she is my partner, my coach, my mentor in financial literacy campaign for life insurance. So, but I'm going to speak on the income tax part of this.
Yes, please.
There is an old adage that says, it's not what you make that matters, but what you are able to keep. So all these things that you keep and to build wealth, you have to be able to save taxes. And to save taxes, I'm just going to go to investment, real estate investments. And the main thing about real estate investment is you're able to write off a lot of expenses, or any business for that matter. But taking real estate alone, real estate investment, you're able to depreciate the value of the property. And the tax code has allowed us to depreciate for 39 years, a straight line 39 years, because it decreases from the minute and the day you purchase that property. You can depreciate it every single year for 39 years. What a way to save taxes. And it's a great way to build wealth because you have your property, you have your asset, and you're able to reduce what you pay back to Uncle Sam. Like Joseph said earlier, nobody wants to pay taxes. Everybody always want to save on what you pay back, including me. So I like to maximize for businesses what we pay back. And um, were you talking, Black Mentor?
You hear me? I kind of
Yes,
feel bad you're using real estate as an example because now you're gonna let so many people come to real
that is
He'll
the
get
truth.
scared. He'll get scared.
estate. Because they don't know that you can actually depreciate the property. They don't know that.
Yes,
So,
you
but
can
go ahead, go
depreciate it,
ahead.
and a lot of expenses that comes with real estate you can also write off as well,
Yeah,
including any business at all. And I would always suggest, if you're doing business, you should get an LLC, because you can use your EIN that's generated from the IRS to write off your expenses. And try
amazing.
to make sure you have the receipts to back up your expenses. Don't make it outrageous so you don't have red flags. So these are the type of things that people use to reduce what they pay back to the IRS and to continue generating wealth. And
I
those
have
are
a follow.
resources.
I have a follow-up question. I have a follow-up question with something you just said.
Yes,
You said you have to keep receipt. Do you know what it means to pile all the receipts you use in a year? Do you also recommend that people tie in their accounts to like different apps that are actually certified by the IRS, where as you're buying, they're actually like deducting and taking notes of the things that you buy and actually just putting it together? I think that's a better way. What do you say
great.
to that?
Yes, I really appreciate that. Yeah, that's the best way to do it, because it's really difficult to have receipts
Keep
like
all the receipt.
now.
Like you're
Yeah,
buying
it's too much.
breakfast or business lunch, and you keep the receipt. Like you're gonna have receipt piled up like this,
Mhm.
right?
Yes, yes, we've experienced that several times. Some people come to our office and just bring a whole big box of receipts and just dump it, and we just push it right back to them. Like, we're not going to do that. If we have to
That
do
was
this
like
for you,
10 years ago.
then we're going to charge you a lot of money to be calculating all those receipts. So they do.
Yeah.
Just come up to
But if
us.
you can bring in like 5 pages,
Right.
well laid
You have
out
a
and everything is
spreadsheet.
there,
Yes.
itemized, and you know what
Hmm.
taxes, whatever, and you have the total deductions,
Yes.
Much better.
voila.
Much
You see,
better.
that is what we're talking about building wealth. I'm going to jump to Dr. Eden because she is the
Yes.
financial person,
Yes.
financial literacy planner. I like talking to those people. Doctor, welcome.
Thank you, Black Mentor,
You're
Mr.
looking
Joseph.
beautiful today. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. I've been hearing about you, and for me to meet you, you done it. I've been hearing so much about you, and
Thank you very much.
kudos
And I
to
hope they
Mr.
are all
Joseph.
bad things you heard about me because I don't like people hearing
All the
only the good stuff.
you've been a bad boy. I heard all that times, and
Amazing. Oh,
God
you've
given
been a bad boy. I want that one on my
Uh-huh.
screen. Like,
Uh-huh.
first, finally, somebody told me the truth that I've been
That's
a
right.
bad boy.
That's right.
Doctor, tell us about your profession, what you've done. How you've been helping people building financial. Because of so many people, they think financial literacy means people that are already making money and you want to help them build wealth. But is it possible to help somebody who has not made money to start planning to build wealth? Tell us about that.
Yes, thank you very much. And thank you for giving back so much. And thanks, Mr. Biodu, for making me his guest. For just for people to know, my name is Dr. Edith Amobi Agbaza, but Amobi in short. That's my maiden
Yep.
name. Agbaza is my marriage name. In my past life, for the past I am a clinician. I read so much book, stayed in America for so many years, read book in and out, and ate the book myself. So, in the pursuit of building wealth, of making money, in the pursuit of helping my children become wealthy, our thought and how we were raised up is just go to school, get a degree, get a good job. So we get so educated and we remain financially ignorant. All I was
Amazing.
taught is Edith, go to school, get a degree, and get a job. My dad never said, Edith, you and your siblings sit down and build wealth. We are scared of that word. Building wealth, you say, be a millionaire. Wow, Christians, hello. It's not good. Money is not good. The kind of indoctrination we grew up with. So after all my experience working for almost 30 years in the United States, one day somebody met me and said, Edith, when will you retire? As the director of a big hospital. And I said, what do you mean retire? I'm so strong. He said, you can have an accident tomorrow and that's your retirement. I say, hello, wait a minute. Now you come to realize that financial literacy is not an option anymore. It's not an option. It's a necessity. We have to be educated. We have to teach our kids how to build wealth. We have to learn how to build generational wealth. What happens when we leave? We have to know where to save. Do you know in a country where the richest country in the world where people die to come is where you find people, the poorest, working hard and dying broke. We don't even know about retirement. Retirement is not about age. You can retire the next moment. Edith is talking to you. I can be forced to retire in the next second. What is my plan? People don't understand what long-term care is. And you know, the word we are scared is insurance. Wow, you want me to die? You want to kill me? In United States of America, their building wealth depends on what do you know. It's not the school you went. It's not the money you made. Where do you keep your money? What is your plan for tomorrow? What is your long-term care mission? Do you like vacation? And the better part of it, what can I do to be able to impact? The Linda that talked, girl, I doff my hat for you. What you're doing is amazing. How do you give what you don't have? You make money, you're comfortable. How comfortable can you be? If you have nothing to give back, what do you gain? We have to know that. It's about teaching. I'm going to have Mr. Biodu put in my name, my number, and my email. We need to change our lives. We need to change our community.
We do
And
that.
it starts with financial education. I am on a financial literacy campaign. I'm going to do this the rest of my life. I gave up my clinical license and practice because we have seen so many hardworking people came, work so hard, and die. Then we transport their dead body back to where they came from. Enough of our ignorance. Financial education is a necessity. We must educate our children. We will start seeing a 30-year-old African American, African, every part of the world say, I'm going to retire, I'm a millionaire. Black mentor, is that
Amazing.
a crime? How
It's
can
not
I
a
have a
crime.
child in this country and all I achieve is teach them how to get a good certificate, don't get me wrong, getting education is right. You get paid 150,000 and you die broke. It
Amazing.
is
But
so shameful.
I want to have a follow up question, doctor. There are so many that will argue with you that wealth is not very very important. That like money is not everything. What do you have to say to that?
That's the mindset thing. That's the indoctrination part of it. We must change our mindset and the way we think and start with learning how money works. If you never know how money works, do you know that making money has a formula? First of all, you must learn how money works. Otherwise, you work for money till you drop. You want to make money while you're sleeping so you can help your family, help your neighbor, change the lives of the community. Do you know how many deaths and how many people that are disabled? And where are they today? Because we are all ignorant people. Yes, money is everything. That is a bogus lie we were told. Without money, we can't even be here. Mr. Joseph, you can host this without money. You can
Correct.
change all these lives that are logged in today. First of
Correct.
all, you must be disciplined. And everybody has said it almost. You must be consistent. You must be persistent. And you must be patient. And you must learn the formula of building wealth. What do you pass
Amazing.
on next generation? We don't talk about generational wealth. There is a generational wealth plan. The strategy is in insurance. Hey, did I say that? Call me. I have a disclaimer. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm not here for you to teach you accounting or tax, but I'm here to change lives with knowledge. And I need everybody that logged in here. Give me a call. Edith Amobi 240-581-3117 or edithamobi@hotmail.com. I'm going to teach you when you are sleeping, you're making money. You can change a whole family. You can give hope for those who think they have lost it all. You can teach and deliver our community.
You know
Enough
what,
killing.
doctor? Right now, right here, I want to give you an offer. Will you come speak to people in my conference about building wealth? Because that is what you're just doing. I just cut it. Like, I like putting people on the spot. I want to officially invite you on the show to come September in Las Vegas. You're going to join Linda and other great people, other speakers, and I want you to come talk to them. Like, because we need to start looking people in the eye and telling them this is what you need to do, and you got to do it, or you're just going to remain broke. But while you're thinking about that, I want to bring in Mr. Abiodun back, and I want my producer to also put his details on the screen so we can talk. What are the basic things that one needs right now in 2023 to have a perfect, is there anything like perfect, to have a good filing system? Like, and how can they contact you?
Yes, there's really nothing like tax filing, a perfect tax filing.
Yeah, that's why I took it back real fast.
Yes. So basically, you should always keep your books, have a ledger or an app that you can produce to your tax preparer or your CPA, so that they can prepare an accurate tax for you that can reduce your tax liabilities and help you reduce what you pay back to the IRS as a business person. So, like Dr. Edis was saying, I'm also part of the financial literacy team. However, my information is posted on the forum, so you can call Dr. Edith or myself. My phone number is 682-203-2003, and my email rakafinancial@gmail.com for
Amazing.
financial literacy. That is the
Amazing.
strength of wealth building that Dr. Amobi Edith talked about. So regarding tax, you save money and you build wealth, and financial literacy is the key to actually building complete wealth.
I have a follow-up question before I let you go.
Yes.
What would you say to people who right now they file their taxes, they make 10,000, 9,000 in returns, 15,000? What is the best way to build wealth with such money? Is it to go back home in Africa and build your mansion? Or, like people always do. I know somebody who goes home every first quarter of the year, the moment they receive taxes, to just go plow it back into a home they're building there. What is your advice?
My advice is really simple. Where you live, this is your primary residence. Your investment should be in your primary residence, not in Africa. I'll give you a small example.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people who make that 9,000, 7,000. Then they go back home to invest all that money. So they come back here and start there. Maybe they work at a warehouse or something, and they're broke. So they have to start all over again at the beginning of the year or whenever they come back to start struggling to build again. That is not a good idea. You should be on auto cruise over here in America, build your financial be stable financially, and then if you have excess, to me, excess is what I'm going to invest back home in Africa since it's not my primary residence. But if it was my primary residence, then it would be the other way around. So for that question, Mr. Joseph, primary residence is where you invest most of your money.
Amazing. So if you want to reach out to Mr. Abiodun, Akif Fenwa, I want you to call his number. His number is 68-220-32003. It's right there on the screen. Reach
Yeah.
out to them, and he's going to file your tax. He's going to give you free consultation. You can call my name. So the Black mentor said I should call you, and he's
Yes.
going to give you special attention, right? I
Thank
want
you,
to
Black
bring,
Mentor. And
you're welcome
also for tax, like I said, I also do financial literacy with Dr. Edith. You can call me as well for that
for
life
that.
insurance, because that's really my strength. The income tax is seasonal, but the
This is no.
key is the life
We're gonna
insurance.
bring you again to come spend as our
Yes.
special guest to come talk
Mhm.
about insurance because this is the season. I wanted us to focus on what is going on right now in the
Right
season,
now,
which is
yes,
taxes. But we're
yes.
gonna talk about insurance. I want to bring Doctor back, and she's gonna answer my question. I gave you a proposal 5 minutes ago, Doctor. Did you think about it?
Yes, I did. I will be willing. I will be obliged to come because we have to
Amazing.
change the market.
I got it. See,
We
you
have to
got to
change
know
the
how to
market.
close. Let me brag for a while, doctor. Let me brag to this marketing person here. You got to know how to close the deal.
That's right.
You got to know when the punchline is there, when to hit the thing on the head and make the fugu.
Make the fugu.
You,
I
Put people
just
on the spot.
yeah,
Get
you
it
just
done.
got to know when to get it.
That's right.
You know, and
Mr.
people
Joseph,
think
I just called you a bad boy, so I know you have. You will close the deal. I know, I know.
It's
Let
amazing,
me
doctor.
say this. Let me just say this because
Yeah.
when we talk about retirement and our expert in tax is here. This is in America, the land of freedom. We move from financial independence to financial dependence. It's not by the job we do. It's not by working all your life, retiring at 67 and giving your money back. The law is very obvious. Certain codes in this law allows you to build wealth, all sheltered. This platform, if any of us miss this platform, you started something, God will bless you. Wealth flow. For people don't understand, they will plan their retirement in one portfolio without having to pay nothing. Our children, this is what I do until the day I die. No child in this country should go to borrow money to go to any school, or the parents pay from their poor retirement they accumulated. And the last thing I'm going to tell you before, if you have any question, if anyone believes that somebody has a better plan for you and not you, that person has not lived life. It's not the government. Your future is in your own hands. It's not your employer. It's not the government. It's nobody but you. When you make a decision and you're disciplined and consistent and learn how you build wealth, how your child can go to the best schools without paying, without borrowing, we set our children off to start life in debt. And we turn around and want them to come and take care of who? We must change. The killings will stop. We will have every child covered and protected so no one will kill you and get away free. We must change lives and we must give back to everyone. And this
Thank
is my
you. Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. The thing about building wealth is you can go on and on and on and on. And I've been saying this for the last 4, 5 years, doctor. But I want to appreciate you for coming up. But I can tell you, I am bringing you back again.
Thank you.
Let's bring them next week.
Oh,
Come
right.
on, just come back next week. Let's bring them next week, Tuesday. Get ready, get me some boom, 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 and let's get it out there. But You don't
Thank
know
you.
what you don't know. You don't know what you don't know. You need to have people who are doing it to help you and show you how it is done. I think for some people it's just ego. Who is this person teaching me? And that keeps them on the spot for the rest of their life. I want to appreciate you, Dr. Edith Amobi. I want to appreciate you, Mr. Abiodun, for coming on the show today. And we are looking forward to bringing you back again so we can keep talking about building wealth. And we're going to talk about it till we get to the September wealth flow. But Dr. Abiodun has something else he wants to say before I let him go. Go ahead.
Yes.
Mr. Abiodun, rather.
Yes. Can you unmute me, please?
Go ahead.
Can you hear me? Oh, great. So yesterday the black mentor came to my office. I felt like a celebrity was here. He is a celebrity, but it was just mind blowing to my staff and everyone in the office. But I wanted him to know, black mentor, you are just such an inspiration to me that you have no idea. The drive the fire that you've put in me is so magnificent that I can't even contain it. So I want to thank you for meeting you. First of all, I want to thank JT. When we used to go to JT's convention, I achieved a lot. But this last convention in LA, the prize that I've been waiting for was you. And both you and my wife, you were the prize we've been waiting on. And I just thank God for meeting you.
I want to appreciate you for your kind words.
Yes.
I'm just doing what I'm doing. Greatness is doing what you're doing till you see the light. According to Linda.
We're 3 cities
we're hitting 30 cities. We're going to come to your city.
So you are the
Put
light.
your people in the room. Put them in the room. I'm going to put some fire. That's what I do. I'm going to go boom, boom, boom.
Yes.
So thank you for your kind words. Honestly, that means a lot to me, hearing it from you. I want to appreciate you. I want to thank you for coming. Please, we're going to bring you back next week as our special guest, 2 of you.
Yes,
and Doctor, I'm looking forward to seeing you in person. I am coming to Texas. If you live in Texas, get ready. I'm coming to Dallas. I'm coming to Houston. Are we going to Austin? I'm coming to Austin. These are the dates. They're there. I'm coming. I'm coming. We're going to start. Let's take this thing rundown. Let's start from the beginning. Bring it from the top.
All ready.
If you are there on the 2nd of March, we're going to start right here in Milwaukee. If you live in the Midwest, show up. We're going to be in Chicago on the 3rd. Then we're going to be in Indiana on the 16th. March on the 17th. March 24th is going to be Minnesota. Then April, we're going to go to New York, New Jersey, Baltimore, Boston, Washington. We are going everywhere. Like in May, we're going to LA, Los Angeles, San Francisco. We're going to come back to Houston again because you have a big city. We're going to come to Dallas, Austin again. And in June, we're going to go to Atlanta, Charlotte, Miami, Jacksonville, Nashville. And in the month of July, we're going to be right here in Michigan, Washington State, Portland, Sacramento, Vegas. We're going to go back to New York, Baltimore, DC, Chicago, then Las Vegas. No coach that I know has done this. And we are committed to this. And we're going to go boom, boom, boom. This is a movement of building wealth. And see, today I started meeting new people. I love the fire Dr. Eddie just gave me. When I felt it, I'm like, this is the woman that should be talking to the black people. They're not going to listen to me. They're like, who is this little boy, this little guy? Because he has money. But when they see, we Africans, when you see a grown-up, a matured person, woman for that matter, she's like, she's looking into their eyes and drawing their ears. They're going to listen.
Exactly, Black Mentor. That is why I am aligned with her. And I'm so grateful for her.
I felt it now.
A wealth of knowledge.
It's been an amazing show. I can go on and on and on. This is what I do for a living. But thank you for coming on the show today. And look, our number has been steady. Man, these guys are all time. It never changed. These people are hungry for success. I want to thank you. Don't forget the dates. On the 5th of March, we're having our boot camp. On the 30th, JT Fox is coming to Milwaukee. Right here in our office. Is going to be here. Go on our website, josephnantomah.com, and sign up. Sign up right now. If you're watching me, go out there and do it. Make sure you take your space now. Joseph Everywhere. That's the link tree. Sign up. It's going to be a limited event. My space is not even going to be able to take JT. JT comes with a crowd on his own. So start signing up now. Don't wait. It's going to be Wealth Empire all day event right here in Wisconsin. You go on to my website. There is a link. You sign up and get ready. He's going to blow your mind. All I'm going to do that is pick him up from his hotel, bring him, and shut up.
I can't wait.
That's all I got to do. That's my job for that day. Just shut up. JT is going to blow everybody's mind. You're going to change your life. You're going to change your pocket. You're going to change every single thing. I'm waiting, I'm waiting for that day to come. It's going to be amazing. You have anything you want to say before we wrap up today?
I'm just so inspired. I can't wait for this entire tour, all of the people that you're bringing together to be on this show to help hype this up. One thing is these spaces on When We're Coming to Cities are going to also have limited space. So as soon as they're locked in and on the website, you better sign up because you don't know how long.
Yeah, well, another thing we're going to start doing between now and the end of the month is we're going to be sending out calendar invites. So if you don't fill out the calendar invite, you probably might not have a space to sit because we want to know the people that are coming so they can RSVP.
Yes.
And Jenny is going to be taking care of that. So thank you very much. It's been an amazing show today.
Thank you for having me on the show today.
Yeah, probably the longest we've had.
We're
going to 2 hours.
Hour and a half.
We're going to 2 hours. So it's been an amazing show, an amazing guest. Yeah. So much content, so much value. It's not like we're just sitting down and making noise. There are shows that I watch. They go there and they're just talking, making noise. They're not really impacting people. Not here. Wealth Flow with a Black Mentor. We are deliberate. We show you. We teach you. We make you smell the fugu.
Take action. Thank you for having me today.
And we say what?
Boom, boom, boom.
Thank you very much.